Hello everyone! Today we have ZAYNE's AEON'S Canon, which means that after ZAYNE's card, we'll be starting with the new main story chapters. Here is my heart. It's the one I've spent all this time keeping safe. There we go. I should have replaced the screen protector to a little thinner glass protector instead. I'm probably gonna do this after. After breakfast, my hurried footsteps accompany the secretaries as they echo in the corridor. We're heading toward the council room. Give me the latest report on the rebellion at the border.
Yes, Your Majesty. 2 days ago, an armed conflict broke out in the Sten Galaxy, a vassal to the Empire. Their former leader was overthrown. The new leader, Helron, has publicly declared succession and is launching an assault on the Empire's Fortress No. 1. The major station there defected during combat and colluded with Sten's forces.
Is he an enemy? Fortress No. 1 is a strategic choke point on the Empire's border. Its firepower is enough to lock down the entire Sten Galaxy. It's the Empire's spear and its shield. If it falls, unrest will inevitably spread to the heartland. The trader at the border, Major Weiss, I presume. Where is he?
After the rebellion was crushed, he was taken to the Empire's most secure prison. Now, he waits for Your Majesty's judgment.
Good. Let him ruminate. There are more pressing matters at hand. Since the rebellion at Fortress No. 1 has been dealt with, a power vacuum has formed. Spoils must be claimed. The greedy nobles have already gathered in the council room. They're eager to control the fortress. Who led the campaign against the rebels?
It was the Grand General, Your Majesty. His forces have already taken control of Fortress No. 1. The Grand General has just arrived at the palace. He's waiting for you in the council room alongside the nobles and ministers.
Oh, this better be ZAYNE. Please. Yes, it is. Okay, ZAYNE. In the second month of my reign, ZAYNE left the capital to deal with the rebellions on the border. It's been 6 months since I last saw him. To ignore the limits of his authority again? Is this his idea of a gift? No matter, I'm ready to play his game. Well, we can play alright. Be serious, Empress. Go forth. With the finest visage, deceive their eyes, and disguise your true heart underneath the guise. At the far end of the room.
Your Majesty.
Yes. ZAYNE gives me a slight nod of acknowledgement. He looks the same as I remember, stern, indifferent, almost unchanged. Y'all, he looks fine as hell! Look at... Under the watchful, scheming eyes of the court, I smile and walk toward ZAYNE. ZAYNE, you've spent the last 6 months quelling rebellions. I trust you haven't sustained any serious injuries? If you have, let me know.
Perhaps it's thanks to Your Majesty's blessing that I remain unscathed.
I can't help but glance in his direction. Before I can speak, the nobles below use this chance to reveal their accusations, as if I've given them a signal.
Whenever the Grand General pacifies a region, he stations his troops there and refuses to leave. One might think Your Majesty had given him those planets to govern.
The Empire Codex states that one must not seize territories under the Empire's protection in the name of military achievements. All reclaimed territory should be distributed among the nobility by the current ruler. And yet the Grand General's takeover of the fortress disregards the Imperial law and Your Majesty's authority. I implore you to punish him for his crimes.
That's not gonna happen. In unison, every noble bows and silently pressures me. Who is the Empress here? Huh. They pretend to uphold the law and defend my honor, but they want to drive a wedge between me and Zayne. Of course! Of course! I look at Zayne, who has the faintest hint of a smile on his lips. Despite the indicaments, he doesn't show any trace of unease. I've seen this expression countless times. I know that Zayne's actions always come with meticulous preparations.
The Lord of Star Sector Number 3 allowed his subordinates to invade a vassal planet, plunder its resources, and destroy its starships. Would that not constitute an abuse of power? Star Sector Number 2 has been underreporting its tax revenue. If paid in full, the arrears could cover the Empire's military budget for 5 years. Imperial law also states that the punishment for such a crime is exile.
What now?
Smuggling for profit, imposing extortionate levies, misappropriating supplies, falsifying production reports. These are all capital offenses the Empress must judge.
And judge I will!
Since all of you hold the Imperial law in such high regard, let us abide by it. I presume there are no objections.
I suppress the urge to laugh. When it comes to governing the Empire, Zayne and I have no fundamental disagreements. Nice to have a smart man by my side. The galaxies Zayne pacified are safer in his hands compared to these nobles. Still...
Don't change the subject, Zayne. We're talking about you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
Shush!
I would call it protecting Her Majesty's territory from parasites.
You!
Setting other matters aside, the jurisdiction of Fortress Number 1 concerns Imperial defense. Only Her Majesty has the authority to decide its fate. Wouldn't the Grand General's unauthorized takeover be considered an overreach of his authority?
He can do whatever he wants. This is precisely what I've been considering. Zayne has certainly accomplished a great deal. He has restored order to the land, yet in turn he has quietly amassed more power. He won't turn against us. This is Zayne. Out of the nobles who have remained silent, a good number maintain contact with Zayne in secret. Their silence in the council room speaks of where their true loyalties lie. If you're loyal to Zayne, you're loyal to me. It's time to make a decision. Execute everyone, I'm tired! That for sure is the end. But, y'all, that's kind of relatable, you know, when you've had a really rough day. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. Incompetent nobles, inflexible ministers, none of them is worthy of my trust. Zayne could have been that person, but as of this moment, I can no longer read his intentions. So distrusting! I shall deal with it myself. It was a nonchalant announcement.
There's no precedent for this.
As of today, there is. Please consult the Codex. Is there anything that forbids an empress from directly ruling her territory? Is there? The nobles exchange uncertain glances. For them, submitting to me is still a better alternative than submitting to ZAYNE. The deciding factor is ZAYNE's attitude. I've been closely observing his reaction.
Fortress number 1 is yours, Your Majesty.
So are you. Ah! I have you to thank for quelling the rebellion, Grand General. And just like that, the fate of the disputed territory is settled. The nobles' faces fall, their eyes darting between ZAYNE and me. They're searching for any sign of a conspiracy. Even I feel a flicker of doubt. Will ZAYNE truly let it end like this? To keep ZAYNE in check, this is hardly enough. Reclaiming galaxies is only the first step. I need to guard ZAYNE's current military strength in case the worst comes to pass.
I will withdraw my troops as soon as possible to complete the process, Your Majesty.
There's no rush. I have other uses for your troops, Grand General. According to tradition, the Empress's coronation ceremony is a months-long affair. It culminates in a grand military parade. Sounds like some festivities. However, because of the uprising in the Stein Galaxy, ZAYNE was ordered to take the main fleet to the border. The military parade was indefinitely postponed. It's time to hold the parade. The location will be Fortress number 1, my newly claimed territory. ZAYNE?
I have no objections.
With a radiant smile on my face, I turn to the nobles. You will gather your armies and participate as well. It's settled then. If there's nothing else, all of you are dismissed. Except you, ZAYNE. You come with me. Before the nobles could react, the guards stationed outside the room enter because of my orders. They escort them out. Yo! She's such a meanie! Faced with the guards' weapons, they can only swallow their protest and leave. Each mulls over their own thoughts. They're probably cursing me under their breath. But you know. The innocent return home, and the guilty are sent to prison on the border. This music is good. Wait, ZAYNE. I call out to him in a voice loud enough for everyone to hear. Stay at the palace tonight! Did she just... Tonight? Stay at the palace? That could be, you know... That could mean... I lead ZAYNE through the corridors as we head to the room that was prepared for him. Okay, he has a room that is prepared for him, okay? So he's not staying with me. Did you see the looks on those nobles' faces when I asked you to stay? Oh, she did it because it was her plan. She wants them to be like, oh, they have something together. Suspicious, prying, suggestive. Wanting a good show, they were eager to see what would transpire.
I imagine most won't be sleeping well tonight.
We will. Satisfied with my victory, I turn to face ZAYNE and walk backward with a spring in my step. They're already placing bets on us. Or, you know, they might be thinking something.
On whether you'll kill me?
Or that we work together to take them all down. On how I'll kill you. I admit, some of their ideas have been inspirational.
Congratulations.
That won't happen.
The fact that you're aware means your influence is greater than what their intuition tells them.
Is that so? That's not the reaction I was hoping for. I turn back around and quicken my pace. Y'all, he looks fantastic. Scrumptious. Your support's grown in number every day. More planets pledge their allegiance to you. As for me, it doesn't matter how great my influence is. An emperor such as myself is still dispensable. Is that how you feel, MC? Silence hangs in the air behind me. I wonder what ZAYNE is thinking. Quite some time has passed before he speaks. What is he thinking about?
You've never been one to let others sway you.
Unless it's you. You know me so well. A branch reaches into the corridor, which blocks my path. Unwilling to bow my head, I stop beneath it and turn to face ZAYNE. Is she gonna be like, ZAYNE, pull this branch away from my face? What does my preceptor think of my decision in the council room? I deliberately enunciate the old title as if to provoke him.
I was under the
Naughty
impression
girl.
we were past that once you ascended the throne.
How so? Do you remember this tree? We planted it years ago. It's been here all this time, yet it's never bloomed. Ooh. We remember that. Hold on. Back then, I was only the crown princess, while ZAYNE was already the grand general with several medals. He commanded the army and oversaw the empire's most prestigious military. Eager to learn the art of politics from a master, I sought him out. When I returned to the palace, ZAYNE was the only person I could trust and depend on during the struggle for the throne. This tree symbolized our alliance and the trust we once shared. Yeah, this is a nice looking uniform.
You were an excellent learner.
ZAYNE picks up garden shears and begins pruning the overgrown branches.
You used the military parade as a pretense to gauge the strength of my forces. In addition, you kept me here in front of everyone and used our association as a warning to the nobles.
I can't do that?
Killing two birds with one stone. It was a clever move.
Has it ever occurred to you that... He meets my gaze, and I don't look away. I asked you to stay because we haven't seen each other in a long time. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to intimidate the nobility. Oh my god, she's such a flirt! Look at her! The journey from the border to the empire is long. You need to properly rest. ZAYNE is momentarily stunned. Seeing him at a loss for words improves my mood. We're laughing now, but he's gonna make us be speechless. I just know. Your room is just ahead. You've used it before, so I doubt you need me to show you the way, but I want to. ZAYNE, we can share. Come with me. Was this walk always short? What a shame. I want to see ZAYNE speechless for a little longer. That's not it. You think that's it, huh? Holding my head high, I pass under the tree and walk away. Three years ago. In the study, ZAYNE and I sit across from each other, and a holographic screen is between us. The combat simulation is about to begin. Oh, we're playing! The Empire's deployments have been adjusted according to my new defense protocol. This simulation will test its viability. Oh, I love this melody. ZAYNE attacks while I defend. The simulation ends when the Empire falls. This protocol is my chance to prove myself as the Crown Princess. I'm taking this very seriously, which means ZAYNE will show no mercy. Ooh, really? Well, when we're playing kitty cards, he lets me cheat.
Checkmate. Your defenses are impeccable, Your Highness. Your execution, however, could be improved.
Stop mocking me. I'll defeat you in the next round. Are we like playing
I'm
clothing
looking
poker?
forward to it.
Should we? In the new game, I successfully avoid making my previous mistakes and gradually take control of the board. Y'all, he looks so fine. I triumphantly look at ZAYNE, but he still appears certain about his victory. When I realize something's amiss, the tables have turned. My troops are forced to retreat, and recovery is impossible. Oh. Recovery is impossible?
Is there a need to play this out?
Damn it. Why can't I beat him? It doesn't matter what I do. Seduce him. It might work. The defense protocol is sound, but my pride is now on the line. Time for seduction. Right, MC? Oh wait, take back move? Sheet. I mentioned it before, but when we are playing kitty cards, he does let MC cheat. So, I'm thinking we should cheat a little bit because, you know, the turnaround was impossible. She said so herself, and it's not over yet. Give me a moment to think. What are you gonna do? Pretending to contemplate, I let my gaze drift to the window. She's gonna be like, look over there! ZAYNE, why hasn't the tree we planted bloomed yet? Okay, that's better. I know what you're doing, MC. As I had hoped.
It's possible that now's not the time. Some trees don't blossom in their first year.
While he's distracted, I quickly mute the simulation and stealthily reassign one of his military units to my command. Nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
And some trees bloom when you're not looking.
Oh! Oh, we got caught. Basically, that dialogue just told us that we got caught. What do you mean, not blooming? We bloomed by trying to cheat. Of course.
Change it back.
I don't wanna. Make me. Cheating is a skill. Although, don't say that. You were bad. He saw you, so.
All right. However, I caught you red-handed, so your attempt failed.
CMC, I told you. I told you. I told you. Okay, we can. Oh, we can do the other one as well. I made a misplay. I want to take back that move. He's gonna say like, no, you can't do that. It's prohibited. Without waiting for ZAYNE's answer, I reached for the undo button and tried to rewind the battle to the point before his counterattack. Are you gonna do that with your enemies?
I'm afraid that's prohibited.
Did I not say this? Before I can touch the button, a layer of ice freezes it. Smart. Very smart. Now, the third option is seduce him.
Don't give me that look.
The seduction move?
When you invited me here, you promised me that I could be merciless, no?
To a point! I mean, it's not like I needed to cheat to beat you. Look at her. It's midnight. The brutal score of 12-0 flashes before my eyes. Refusing to accept defeat, I hit the start button again. MC, I don't know how you're supposed to win against
Your
12-0.
Highness, it's time for me to leave.
No! Zayne stands up and I grab his hand. Finish this game with me. You can stay the night if you must. Zayne silently glances at our clasped hands.
It would be inappropriate of me to spend the night in the Crown Princess's living quarters.
Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. Who cares about what's appropriate? If you insist on leaving, I'll assume you're afraid of losing to me. Okay, 12-0. He's gonna whoop the floor with you, but okay. We just want to keep you here, Zayne. That's why.
It's time for you to rest.
Be stubborn, MC. I don't need that. I need to figure out how to beat you. We can beat him in something else.
What are you willing to sacrifice for victory?
He's so close that I can see my reflection in his eyes. I'm still wearing the expression of someone who refuses to lose. What are we willing to sacrifice? Ourself. Don't think you can trick me into letting go. You'll get me, Zayne. He taps the screen with his finger. He's indicating a key strategic fortress. One I have captured early in the game. For a moment, I don't understand what he's implying. Oh,
to win a war, you must sacrifice something important.
The fortress?
Look, Your Majesty, it's the Valkyrie.
Empress's mothership. My thoughts are interrupted by the maid's voice. I collect myself and look out the window of the mothership observation deck. So we're gonna have to sacrifice something. The numbers from countless combat simulations appear before me as formations of battleships span across the starry expanse. I know what I'm not gonna sacrifice, and that is Zayne. Absolutely no, never. To win, I must sacrifice something important. I'll give you my heart. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the nobles are captivated by Zayne's formidable looks. It was so fast. When my hold on the throne was still precarious, Zayne played the part of my adversary. He drew the animosity and scrutiny of the nobility away from me. Thank you, Zayne. Heart. Now the nobles are more or less under my control, but Zayne's power can't be considered a simple counterweight. We also need to stick up for Zayne. He has become the greatest obstacle to my rule over the Empire. To reclaim my power as Empress, the first one to be sacrificed must be... Hello,
Your
sir.
Majesty, it's time for your speech.
Right, focus. MC, let's be professional. We're an Empress. The platform I'm standing on slowly rises as the comms channel opens. The entire Imperial army awaits patiently for my speech. I rein in my gaze and my thoughts and read from the prepared script. The words are rote, platitudes about the Empire's future, the Empress's glory, and... ZAYNE displayed extraordinary merit in quelling the rebellion at Fortress Number 1. He has personally trained countless brilliant military minds and laid the foundation for the Empire's order. So I'm gonna make him my husband. What? That was in the plan, right? I recite ZAYNE's achievements without even glancing at my script. In regard to everything he's done for the Empire, no one knows them better than I do. I once believed he was shouldering my burdens. Only later did I realize that what he had secured for himself was more than I had ever imagined. Is she thinking that he's doing things for selfish purposes? You don't know ZAYNE, MC! ZAYNE is the Empire's sharpest sword and its most silent guardian. Even historians known for their stern conciseness were willing to make an exception and lavish extra ink on ZAYNE's achievements. They left behind a rare commendation. It is said that during the military parade in cosmic year 649, the Empress read aloud his contributions to the Empire, from sunrise to sunset, before finishing the list. You'll have to add, he's also my husband, later. But let us skip past the grand highlights of this ceremony to witness a minor, unexpected incident. It was this interlude that gave the tense parade a name fondly remembered in the streets and alleys for generations. Ooh, I like this tune. Beautiful. Excerpt from The Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. Where's the part where we got married? Do we have to rewrite some rules first? With the stars as my witness, I shall bestow upon ZAYNE the Imperial Medal on behalf of the Cosmic Empire. Now you can kiss the bride, ZAYNE. ZAYNE stands before me, his back to the crowd. His gaze rests on me. Why am I nervous? My fingers fumble with the clasp, but the medal refuses to be fastened. I become impatient and my movements grow clumsy. We just wanna, pat a little bit. ZAYNE slightly bends down to make it easier for me. His voice is tinged with amusement, and his breath is so close that it almost caresses my neck.
You appear to be rather reluctant to bestow this medal, Your Majesty.
Having secured the pin, I take this opportunity to pat him twice on the chest. A little harder than necessary. No, I was. It's under the pretext of smoothing his uniform. Exactly. That's what I was doing. You've taken another prize from me. Did you expect me to celebrate
In any
with
case,
fanfare?
I've prepared a gift for you, Your Majesty.
Is it you? Do I get to unwrap ZAYNE? Before long, a sword is brought forth. Oh, it gleams with a chilling light. I guess. This material is blade silver? Blade silver is a remarkably hard alloy, and weapons forged from it are exceptionally sharp. Is that what she's using to fight him in the Kindle? The key mineral for its synthesis is found only in the Stein galaxy. The forging technique is exclusive to their people. gosh, his face. What is the meaning behind this gift? Under the watchful eyes of all present.
Blade Silver is resilient and unbreakable. I present this sword to your majesty in the hopes that the bond between us will prove to be indestructible. May the Empire grow stronger under your reign.
With you by my side.
The Grand
Focus.
General is swearing fealty to the Empress. Does this mean they're no longer rivals?
I mean,
Will the Grand General truly be content to stand in the Empress's shadow?
oh, he will. Amidst the whispers, I lower my gaze towards Zayne. Oh, he's so fine. The sword he holds casts a shadow over his face, which obscures his expression. Yet I can see that the sheath is engraved with my favorite flower. Is it a jasmine? It has to be, right? I'd be shocked if it isn't. Jasmines. Did you have these carved for me?
Yes.
All this effort. Are you trying to rekindle what we once had? Yes, please! Everyone around us holds their breath. They're waiting to see how Zayne will respond to my pointed question. I wanna know! Composed, Zayne rises and fastens the sword to my belt with practiced ease. Just as I'm about to step back, he wraps an arm around my waist and holds me in place. You can do whatever, okay? I'm just the Empress, under your spell. You... He cuts me off calmly.
Has it ever occurred to you that I'm simply keeping a promise? I said I'd give you a proper weapon as a gift for your coronation.
His words catch me off guard. Is this a counterattack for when I told him that he needed to properly rest?
The rebellion was unforeseen. I'm afraid I was late by 210 days.
You were gone for that long?
Fortunately, you're still willing to accept it, Your Majesty.
Well, don't do it again. 210 days. It has been exactly 210 days since he left. I don't remember if I refused him. This ceremony became known as the Jasmine Festival. For a long time afterward, a belated gift was called the Empress's Jasmine. So, traveler walking amongst the stars, should you find yourself regrettably absent for one of life's pivotal moments, do not forget to bring a bouquet of jasmines. Excerpt from The Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. Oh, such a beautiful melody! The military parade has ended. I'm back in my room and staring at my reflection in the mirror. My gaze falls to the sword at my waist. There's an inexplicable irritation in my heart, an itch I couldn't scratch. I accepted Zayne's gift, but I have no idea what he's trying to imply. You don't know him so well.
There's no need to be upset with the sword, Your Majesty.
We didn't want the sword, we wanted
Let me
Zayne.
stow it away in the darkest corner of the cosmos. I promise, you'll never lay eyes on it again.
No! Don't touch it! She reaches for it, but I don't let go. She's like, mine! It's a beautiful sword. She about to cry now. He's like, don't touch it! My precious! Unconsciously, I run my hand over the sheath. The embossed jasmine petals are cool and defined. They're like him. Only now do I realize that it wasn't the sword that bothered me. It was the way he presented it. He was so composed and assured, as if he knew I'd keep it. He knows you better than you know him, that's for sure. Seeing my silence, the maid smiles and presents a beautiful dress.
Your Majesty, you manage countless affairs of the Empire. Even when you're at the border, you oversee every detail. You should take some time to unwind. A ball is being held for the soldiers later. If you make an appearance, I'm sure many will line up to dance with you.
Sure. But will the Grand General ZAYNE be there? Because otherwise, I don't care.
You could choose any fine gentleman. Perhaps you'll forget about the Grand General then.
Blasphemy! Who said he was on my mind? Is it that obvious? My fingertips rest on the last jasmine petal on the sheath as I narrow my eyes. MC is so serious. But I'm her inner voice. Indeed, I need to unwind. So just imagine that I am MC's inner voice, her inner feelings. When I step into the brilliantly lit ballroom, a conversation ceases, even the music falters for a beat. And now the beautiful MC enters the room. Filled with awe, curiosity, or reverence, dozens of eyes turn to me, smiling. I raise a glass to toast the room. Cheers! Where's ZAYNE? At ease, everyone. I'm here for a dance, not an inspection. A dance with my ZAYNE. The music resumes, and a young officer approaches me. His ears are red. This ain't ZAYNE.
Your Majesty? May I have the honor of this dance?
Are you ZAYNE? Then no. My gaze travels from his epaulettes to his boots before setting back. Almost instinctively, I begin to analyze his background, rank, posture, even the tone of his voice. And most importantly, his motives. Motives? That is important. Then I realize I'm analyzing a young man who only mustered up the courage to ask me for a dance. That's actually cute. And very commendable. My maid's words ring true. I've been trapped in the Empire's games for too long. It's time to try some of life's simple joys. My first dance is yours. Oh! Somehow I feel like this isn't gonna go like this.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will always be loyal to you.
Y'all, he seems sweet, but we already have our eyes on ZAYNE. His unfiltered display of fondness makes me smile. This candid admiration and reverence. For some reason, my thoughts drift back to ZAYNE. I was a little bit quick there. Today, he pledged his loyalty to me before everyone. But where does his heart truly lie? Y'all, you really don't know ZAYNE, MC, do you? I place my hand in the young soldier's and walk toward the center of the dance floor under everyone's gaze. Where is ZAYNE? He won't even dare to look at me, and I feel awkward. I'm unsure of how I can dance with someone like this. If it was ZAYNE... Oh! Oh! The ballroom doors swing open, and the sudden noise brings the orchestra to a halt. It is ZAYNE, isn't it? Has to be. Quick, fix your hair. It feels as though the air has been sucked from the room. Only a frozen silence remains. A familiar set of footsteps echo across the floor. The crowd parts like the tide, and ZAYNE comes to a stop before me. I knew it. I knew it. Hi.
Find someone else for your first dance.
Yes, sir.
I kind of feel bad because he was sweet. The young soldier jolts like a new recruit being called on. He salutes before hurrying away. I stare at my empty palm. Oh, who's gonna take it? You scared of my dance partner? Now you'll have to be my dance partner. Zayne extends his hand as an invitation to dance.
In that case, I'll be his replacement. After the military parade, rumors say we're in the midst of a power struggle. Supposedly, we're conspiring to fool the nobles and claim the fortress as our private property.
I mean...
Those looking to pick a side between us are watching. So, shall we take this opportunity to reinforce our alliance?
I'd love to accept. Getting a sincere invitation. As we move to the center of the dance floor, the orchestra strikes up a melody I know all too well. Have they danced before? Maybe Zayne taught her. I look up and meet Zayne's mirthful gaze. Do you still remember the steps? Ooh,
it's been a long time.
This was the first formal dance I performed at my debutante, as the crown princess. Zayne was the one who practiced with me back then. During that ball, he took my hand and led me onto the dance floor. With a sea of calculating, suspicious glares around us, he offered his support and trust. But now, can we even say one honest word to each other again? He can, but MCU... During our dance, I lean in as we turn and speak softly. I'm jealous. Why did you actually try to find me tonight?
Perhaps I simply wanted to dance like your majesty.
Oh, why is she so dense? I don't believe you. Is it because of me? It's because I can't bring myself to focus entirely on the dance. You're here to keep an eye on me. You won't let me win over your soldiers. It's a cunning move. She's so wary of him.
How many people were you planning to dance with tonight?
Wait, what? Is he jealous? Before I process his words, Zayne's hand presses into my waist. I spin with the music and realize I can only find balance within his grasp. Is he? The music swells to its most passionate crescendo. Chilling crescendo! Couples hold their partners close as they spin and weave across the parquet. The dance floor turns into a swirling vortex. Spin me around, Zayne! Seeing this side of Zayne is a rare treat. I seize this opportunity to whisper a wicked joke into his ear. I haven't decided yet. It depends on what I can get out of it. Zayne, you've always had good taste. Why don't you help me pick one? For example, that man over there. Oh my gosh, she is...
He has a family.
Then the one...
He has sworn an oath of abstinence to the stars.
He has an answer to everything. Am I supposed to believe that? MC, don't play around. We only want Zayne. What about the young soldier from before? I'm so busy looking around that I miss the music shifting to its languid finale. I step on Zayne's foot. Crashing into his chest, are we? The arm at my waist suddenly tightens and I'm pulled into his embrace.
What kind of game are you playing tonight?
You? Focus.
Is there a reason that forbids you from choosing me?
I just like to tease you a little bit. It's funny. Unable to break free, I meet his gaze without backing down. My playful mood is gone. It's replaced by a nameless, irresistible impulse. Why the switchy music? Why ominous? Who? Are you asking because I won't consider you? Or is it that you've never given me the chance to? I can see what every single person in this room wants from me. It's plain, raw, and within my control. But you're the only one I can't read, even when you're standing right in front of me. He's actually really easy to read. ZAYNE releases his grip. She just thinks he is.
The allure of that fervor, adoration, and worship is fleeting. You'll tire of it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
What you truly need is...
ZAYNE. As the first dance ends, fireworks bloom against the night sky. Everyone's gaze is drawn to the brilliant display outside. Oh, we know exactly what we need. The fireworks drown out ZAYNE's words, yet the impulse within me has been ignited. Yo, that's bold! That's bold, but... Oh, I'm jealous. I push ZAYNE into a shadowy corner of the ballroom and kiss him? Girl! It isn't particularly passionate, but it's enough to make ZAYNE's thoughts stop. Now he's focused solely on me. Oh my gosh. She is the master manipulator. As fireworks illuminate the sky once more, ZAYNE leans in. I know his prized rationality has evaporated at that moment. On this very night. Where'd we go? Are we in the room? As dazzling fireworks light up the ball, ZAYNE and I slip away unnoticed. We hold each other close as we hurry down the corridor and tumble into my pajama. His kisses fall like rain and melt into me like fresh snow. My heart finds itself dancing to a frantic rhythm. Are we okay? Are we okay? I'm not. Forget about etiquette, politics. Forget about all the other reasons. My mind is just ZAYNE.
Tonight, I'm the only one you need.
Indeed! Y'all, the way I really wanted to screech, but you know, I'm not alone at home. I won't uncover his secrets, outwit his sharp mind, or control his destiny. All I want is him at this moment. For once, she's honest. For once. For once. I like how classy these intimate scenes are. You know, it doesn't have to be explicit. The afterglow of our passion hangs in the air. I stir and roll over before waking up. My mind is blank. The ornate patterns on the ceiling swim before my eyes. Guys, I can barely read because I'm... and it takes me a moment to remember where I am. Yes. And I'm trying to focus. I love how it's just insinuated what they did, but not shown. It's classy. ZAYNE is asleep. He's breathing deep. However, his brow is furrowed as if he's troubled. What are you thinking about? I smooth the worry from his forehead, but then my bracelet abruptly buzzes against my wrist. Ha! Who do I need to fire? My secretary is calling me in the middle of the night? I feel my eyebrow twitch. I clamp a hand over the bracelet before it can wake ZAYNE. Aww. Okay, that was cute of her. For some reason, a sense of foreboding rises in my heart. I slip out of bed as quietly as possible. Leaving the bedchamber, I answer the call. What is it?
Your Majesty, we just received a confession from Major Wace at the border prison.
Go on.
Major Wace has confessed that the mastermind behind the Fortress No. 1 rebellion is the Grand General.
I don't care if that's even true. There's only silence. Keep going.
According to Major Wace, the Grand General had long coveted Fortress No. 1 as a means to expand his forces, and had been contacting him frequently in private.
Everything ZAYNE
During
does
rebellion,
is
the
for
Grand
MCN.
General promised him a substantial reward and a promotion. He persuaded him to abandon the fortress and defect to Sten. But the Grand General went back on his word and arrested him for treason. As a result, Wace decided to tell us everything.
A conspiracy always seems simple once it's laid bare. When I return to my bedchamber, should I confront ZAYNE? Lay the cards on the table, or should I kill him? Bad option. That is a no, MC, and you know that. Wace refused to speak about his defection since his arrest. Yet after all this time, the first words out of his mouth were accusations against ZAYNE. I don't trust him. How credible is this confession? Not at all! I'm not gonna go against ZAYNE. My thoughts churn in chaos. However, one thing is clear. I have an opportunity. She just doesn't quit being strategic, does she? This is all I need to topple ZAYNE from his position. I won't have any rivals left to challenge my authority, and the concept of balancing royal authority can be erased from the Empire's history. Y'all, I'm glad she's not like this in the main story or in the myths. Because she is quite ruthless. A little bit too manipulative, strategic, in a way that pushes the good people away. And she doesn't see what ZAYNE is doing for her. I touch the red mark on my neck. It's where the warmth of ZAYNE's touch still lingers.
Your Majesty, shall we continue with the investigation?
No, I'll handle everything myself. Investigate discreetly and do not alert ZAYNE.
Understood.
Darn it! When morning arrives, it isn't birdsong or sunlight streaming into the bedchamber that wakes me. Rather, it's the warmth of ZAYNE's arm against my back. That's cozy. Wake me up like that too, ZAYNE! I turn and see he's already awake. She's probably not gonna ask him anything.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
Oh, good morning to you! I don't think the Grand General is supposed to say good morning to his Empress in a place like this.
Doesn't it lend credence to the rumors that we are conspiring for power?
And right about now I'm drooling. I note the hint of a smile on Zane's lips. My feet land on something soft. I look down. Our clothes are strewn all over the floor. As if on cue, a knock comes from the door. My headache worsens. Oh my gosh. Y'all, don't open. This is gonna be awkward. Hold
Your
on
Majesty,
a minute.
the foreign minister is waiting for you at the door. Halron, the Stain Galaxy's leader, would like to negotiate.
Woo! We're caught. Entangled. Hold on, we haven't opened the door yet. MC, how are y'all gonna... I turn to look at Zayne. He's already getting out of bed and calmly pulling on his shirt. His bracelet beeps after fastening the last
Grand
button.
General, where are you?
In my bedchamber.
The foreign minister is looking for you. The Stein Galaxy's leader, Halron, has requested to begin negotiations with the Empire.
Understood. I'm on my way to the council room.
Given the urgent situation, there's no time to worry about.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, Grand General? What are you...
Yo, this is such a funny situation. This is so funny.
Ahem. This is convenient. I'll ask the people I sent to find the Grand General to return at once.
We don't even have excuses. Great. So they all know that we were cuddling.
15 minutes ago, we received the latest intel. Stein's forces have arrived at the edge of the Allure Galaxy.
Yes, and 15 minutes ago we were cuddling.
The rebel
What?
leader, Halron, is leading the delegation.
I just want to have a cozy time. He's bold to leave Stein after his coup. Has he already stabilized his position?
There are still many within Stein who oppose Halron. The main reason is his regicide and usurpation. That's why he's desperate to find an external enemy. He needs to convince his people that he's not a usurper. Rather, he simply replaced a weak, incompetent leader.
So, this enemy is the Empire. Me. I turn to Zayne, who stands before the holographic map. You're well informed on their internal affairs.
I'm merely doing my duty.
Zayne zooms in on the map. He's focused on the current position on Halron's fleet.
Halron's fleet has adopted a battle formation. They're ready to open fire at a moment's notice.
Your Majesty, these negotiations might be nothing more than a formality, but many of the smaller galaxies affiliated with the Empire are watching. The best course of action would be for you to appear in person.
Halron is truly a golden standard for these opportunistic rats. Then again, I could make an example out of him. I currently need something like that. Before I can respond to the foreign minister,
I'll go.
I'll
I
go
faced
too.
Halron on the battlefield before. I'm the person who knows him best.
It's a plausible reason. However, considering the classified report I received last night, I can't help but suspect that Zayne might be colluding with Halron in secret. Ugh. MC, how dare you! If galaxies are waiting to see my response, then why should I hide behind the Grand General? We'll go together. Besides, the situation is volatile. Who knows? This might be the last time we ever see each other. Zayne chuckles softly, but he quickly composes himself and turns to his subordinate.
Select a suitable battleship and ensure the escort fleet is ready for battle. Be prepared for any contingency.
Yes, sir.
There's no need for that. We'll take the Valkyrie. I'm familiar with its specs. She's so untrusting with him. The diplomatic fleet, consisting of the Valkyrie and several escort spaceships, departs from the fortress number 1. Out of boredom, I pull up the screen in front of my seat. I tap it a few times and the display is flooded with red warnings. Classified files. Access denied. I love that statue. His security measures are second to none.
Warning! Warning! Unidentified battleship detected. The Valkyrie has been targeted.
Uh-oh. What's happening? Trouble arrives sooner than I expected. A bright flash erupts outside the window. It's followed by a violent shudder that rocks the entire battleship. Is that Halron's fleet?
Hold on tight. The escorts are following emergency protocols.
Zayne pushes me back into my seat almost by reflex and fastens my safety harness. Above his head, a panel with conduits crashes down. You should be careful too. Oh, she's saying
Thank you.
The escort spaceships try to draw their fire, but Halron's attack is brutally straightforward. They ignore the escorts and focus all their firepower on the Valkyrie. As the battle rages, the auto-navigation system becomes unreliable. Zayne switches to manual control. The Valkyrie charges forward in an attempt to break through the encirclement. I bite my lip and glance at Zayne. His brow is as furrowed as mine. If Zayne is working with Halron, then what's happening?
The main power module has been damaged. Please land immediately.
The nearest landing site.
The view outside is strikingly familiar. Memories from long ago surface in my mind as Zayne and I speak in unison.
Planet Valkyrie.
It's a planet Zayne and I know very well, for the Imperial Military Academy was here previously. Aha! Without saying another word, Zayne pulls up the coordinates and initiates the warp. The violent aftershocks from the warp rock the battleship. An involuntary tremor runs through me, and I clench my fists. Suddenly, I feel warmth on the back of my hand. I look down to see that Zayne is holding my hand. This might be the end. Do you have any last words for me?
I'm sorry.
The shield barrier slams down. Oh. You have nothing to be sorry for. Say something else. Hazy afternoon light filters through the air. Hold on. Today is the Crown Princess's coming of age ceremony, and the military academy has given everyone a day off. They're currently participating in the festivities. Should we as well? But the crown princess herself, me, is exhausted from the endless flattery and niceties. So I have slipped away. A memory? This is the only time the hangar is empty. Let me guess, ZAYNE is gonna be here. It's not gonna be empty. I duck inside the ajar gate. I venture deeper into the cavernous space. My gaze lands on the brand new battleship that's docked at the far end of the row. Valkyrie. Named after the Empire's most prestigious military academy. She has to be state-of-the-art. Let's do a test flight at least. I open the hatch, hop into the pilot's seat, and peel the protective film from the console. Then I pull out a fingerprint mold. I went through so much trouble to get this fingerprint from ZAYNE's sunglasses. It better work. I press the mold against the ignition panel and the authorization light flashes green. Ecstatic, I pat the pilot's seat. I knew ZAYNE's fingerprint would work.
Where are you running off to, Your Highness?
I'm not doing anything suspicious. Just as I'm about to fire up the engines and fly off into the thrilling unknown, ZAYNE's voice cuts through the speakers. ZAYNE, my preceptor, subordinate, the bane of my existence, and the guardian of record, listed on my academy registry until today. Staring at me through the screen, he's standing before the battleship with his sunglasses on. How he figured out I was here is beyond me. He's always 10 steps ahead. We think we are smart, but... Steeling myself, I jab the ship's comms buttons. I'm ready to project the unyielding authority of a mature crown princess. Move aside, otherwise I'll run you over. ZAYNE smiles.
Be my guest. But if you fail to silence me, I'm doubling tonight's lesson on tactical deployment.
You... Punish me in another way. I stump back into the seat. Grand General, you're one of the Empire's priceless treasures. Would anyone dare to lay a hand on you? Unless it's me. Not ready to admit defeat, I slam the comms button again. I'm not going anywhere, I'm tired. Surely I can take a nap in here. Good afternoon. Dozing off, I close my eyes. A moment later, I feel someone sit beside me. Oh, I wonder who?
Your breathing tells me you're pretending to be asleep.
Says who? You woke me up. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Why
I can put you
kiss
back
me
to
like...
sleep if you'd like.
I mean, you can tuck me in with your own body. Like, is that an option? Why does that sound scary? That won't be necessary. You know what? That does not sound scary when coming from ZAYNE. I wouldn't even go there. Like, scary? Who? He? No. Take the glasses? A mischievous idea pops up into my head. The light is too harsh. I'm borrowing these. We all know how much he loves those sunglasses, right? Well, that's the first time I've seen those sunglasses, but... I rest my head on his shoulder, but it's not enough. I pat his chest. Oh, do we want his clothes now? What a nice pillow. I'm borrowing this too. You borrowing his chest? Is that it? You go, girl! I snuggle up against him, trying to find a warm, comfortable spot in his embrace.
Is there anything else? We might as well deal with them now.
A blanket would be nice. It's freezing in the Valkyrie. Maybe I can use your coat. I love this. I love this. Yes. I would 100% do all of this.
If you're keen on turning a battleship into your bedroom, I can always enroll you in the course for tactical simulation and field survival.
Are you gonna be there?
You'll get to sleep in one for a month.
Oh! You're gonna be there, right? Right. Then it's okay. We have his pillow. Stop twisting my words. I'm going to sleep now. Feeling Zane move, I protest immediately. Don't move! Surely the mighty Grand General wouldn't deny someone her sleep. Am I mistaken, my dearest preceptor? Preceptor? My chest pillow?
If you want to sleep, do so properly. Stop squirming.
He holds me in his arms and I feel warmer. You're always stopping me from doing things. Why is this an exception?
I can't forbid someone from sleeping. And once you wake up, you'll be well rested. It's perfect for having a long night filled with lessons.
Maybe you shouldn't wake me up. You know what? I heard long night and lessons. My eyelids grow heavy. What started as a prank to annoy Zane is giving way to genuine drowsiness. Oh, she really is. Falling asleep. Zane, I officially came of age today. I wish time could stop at this moment. So this is when she is crowned the Empress. And they know they won't be together. Soon I'll return to the palace and become the Empress. An Empress has a lot of power, and you have your own authority. I don't want to be Empress. When that day comes, can we still be like this? I feel Zane holding me closer, but it might be a figment of my imagination.
No. When you ascend the throne, individuals whose power rivals yours will become your enemy. This also applies to those who are weaker than you. And it includes me.
No.
When that time
I heard
comes,
nothing.
I won't only be stopping you from sneaking out to have fun. I will counter every decision you make.
I don't mind. She's more likable here, y'all. I'm barely awake, but I refuse to concede defeat. I push the sunglasses up and look at him. I never needed anyone's permission to do what I want. So show him that. Just before I drift off, I think I hear Zane's soft, almost approving chuckle. Then something warm is draped over me. Is it his arm? Is it his arm? It's his coat. I guess. It's cold. I tighten my grip on the coat that's draped over me. Is this happening now? Now? But now what I'm lying on feels hard and unforgiving. Shaking my head, I notice how something's not right. I open my eyes. With Zayne's coat covering me, I'm lying in one of the Valkyrie's plush seats. Above me is the battleship's damaged hull. Oh, we're back. Memories of Halron's attack flood in my mind. Fully awake, I realize I was dreaming. Why was it about my coming-of-age ceremony? Many years have passed since then. I slowly sit up. Zayne is at the pilot's console and calibrating the battleship's systems. From the window, I can see night has fallen.
How are you feeling?
Better now that I see you. My shoulders are sore.
You don't have external wounds. However, you should drink something to replenish your energy.
I take the bottle from Zayne and return his coat to him. He always gives us something to drink. Thank you. Hydrating us. Seeing that I'm alright, Zayne turns back. The sword he gave me is within arm's reach. The truth is, after my coming-of-age ceremony, I've had countless opportunities to get rid of him with the most underhanded of means, but I never did. And you shouldn't! Don't you ever! It's because of his victories on the battlefield. He's my most capable subordinate. And... what are you gonna say? My rival? I take a sip of the drink. Also because of these acts of kindness that have nothing to do with power.
The main power module reboot has failed.
We're stranded here for now. But the comms module wasn't badly damaged. It's already been repaired.
Yes, we're stranded! Zayne accesses the comms channel and connects to the Imperial Central Command. A familiar voice comes through. I don't want to be
Majesty,
saved!
are you alright?
I'm well. What's the current situation in the Empire? My secretary quickly briefs me on what happened since our emergency landing. Can't they just leave us alone for a moment? I just want to be with Zayne, okay? War had broken out at a terrifying speed, but the military launched a counterattack based on the contingency plans we left and kept losses to a minimum.
The readings show that Valkyrie's power module is severely damaged. Should we dispatch a fleet to retrieve you?
Anyone who wants to approach planet Valkyrie will have to navigate an active war zone. It's safer to remain here.
The planet was decommissioned during the defense reforms I spearheaded. But its basic defensive systems were never dismantled. It still retains some capacity for stealth and counterattacks. Interesting. We'll issue commands from here. What I need you to do is leak a report that Halron's ambush failed, so we've safely returned to the capital. The Imperial Army will make Halron pay. Girl, you better not
Understood,
do
Your
anything
Majesty.
to Zayne. As I speak, I watch Zayne's reaction. If he truly is colluding with Halron, then this would be the perfect opportunity to find out. He'd most likely be, you know, taking care of things by himself with Halron, not conspiring against you. Over the next few days, Zayne and I methodically repaired the battleship. We reactivate the Academy's decommissioned service bus and take up residence in the old dormitories. Wow, this is beautiful. Sometimes when I wake up to the dorm's similar ceiling, I feel slightly disoriented. It's as if I'm still the crown princess, studying at the academy, and my relationship with ZAYNE had yet to become complicated. On planet Valkyrie, the days and nights are unnaturally long. The atmospheric dome is still broken. It glitches out again as ZAYNE and I finish repairing the Valkyrie's hull. We sit on top of the starship and idly watch a star sink toward the horizon. Wow, I really like this architecture. Time seems to leisurely pass and our breathing slows with it. I nudge ZAYNE's knee with mine. Oh, loving this melody. Before the Valkyrie went down, you said you were sorry. What were you talking about? Sorry for not telling you everything. Probably something like that.
It was nonsense. Don't think too much about it.
That's not it! I don't believe you. ZAYNE put away his toolbox. His gaze follows the star, where the Academy's forests lie in the distance. I shouldn't sound so pouty when I'm reading her dialogue. I should be stern because, I mean, she's...
That tree in the palace. The one that has yet to bloom. You transplanted it from the Academy, yes?
I did, but who knew it'd stop blossoming once it moved? Why do you think it's so stubborn? Oh, this reminds me of his myth. I turn ZAYNE's face toward me. And what I'm trying to imply. Should I resort to something more extreme? I could cut off its favorite sweet water supply, or I could mess with its lush leaves. ZAYNE's eyes crinkle with amusement, and I'm taken aback. I haven't seen him smile like that in a long time.
Your expression tells me that you can't believe I'm capable of smiling.
You should smile more, ZAYNE. I haven't seen enough!
The novelty will inevitably wear off.
Never. I doubt it. No matter what happens, I'll always want to see you smile more. Yo, why she got so much riz? Where did this come from? Look at the corners of his mouth. Like just that. It's so cute. More time passes. The star sinks below the horizon and rises once more. One morning, an escort starship lands on planet Valkyrie. After clearing out the ambushers, ZAYNE's personal guards arrive to assist us. They bring with them the tidings of war. The tactical classroom is converted into a command center where daily strategy meetings are held. The situation becomes clearer. Fortress number 1 has played a critical role in this war. Soon, we'll be leaving planet Valkyrie. But I haven't forgotten Major Way's accusation against ZAYNE. And we're supposed to believe him? Like, are you for real? Under the guise of repairing the battleship, I've been searching for clues with remote assistance from my secretary these past few days. I love the pose on this
Highest
statue.
clearance level has been granted.
It looks so powerful. Like MC. I press the key and the erased classified data is restored. Whether or not Zayne colluded with Halron will soon be revealed. Y'all, I'm excited for the Kindle. Like, that looked... like all of the Kindles. Confirm! A stream of data floods the screen. 3 automatically logged flight paths appear before me. Zayne met with Halron at the border more than once. I can't believe he could tolerate making deals with such a man. There's also a heavily encrypted attachment. The password is... I tentatively type in a string of numbers. It's my birthday. The day when I'd be a little older. I don't know whether to feel bitter or glad. The decrypted file reveals an agreement. There are only a few clauses, but they spell out every step of Stein's rebellion in great detail. I wonder what kind of petals those are. That's on the ground. Zayne would instruct Major Wise, who was stationed at the border, to secretly help Halron usurp power, seize the Stein Galaxy, and declare secession. Secession? Secession? Once Wise defected, Zayne would step in to surpass the rebellion, which gave him a legitimate reason to take command of Fortress Number 1 and weaken the Empress's authority. Y'all, the fact that she thinks that Zayne is working against her, like, it's irritating. Then Zayne would quell the unrest caused by the civil war in the Empire and seize power for himself. But this is an alternative universe, and she's different, so... The final line of the agreement states that the Empress would be handed over to Zayne. He'd take her life to ensure she could never oppose him again. That would never happen. The star is falling and I hear distant rumbling, only when I close my eyes. So you've been plotting against me this whole time. It's not true! It's not true! Even if he's done it, you know, because... to infiltrate the others, then I no longer need to waver about standing against Zayne. Begin immediate preparations for a military tribunal against Zayne. Oh, she feels betrayed.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Girl, you don't have the full story. Everything will be set in motion once we leave Planet Valkyrie and return to the Empire. But I'm really enjoying this card. It's been interesting.
What are you doing?
I hear a voice behind me. My hand jerks as it switches screens and disconnects the comms channel. Is it Kindle moment time? Zayne walks in. I avert my gaze. Not wanting to look at him, I respond half-heartedly. I'm looking around, killing time. Is the Council of War over? Zayne nods and takes the pilot's seat. It's only then that I realize I switched the screen to a combat simulation.
Were you waiting for me?
He's so handsome, y'all. Wordlessly, I sit down, press start, and choose the defending side as usual. The simulation begins. Zayne's primary target is a strategic fortress. The fortress's defense is sluggish. It falls to Zayne in moments. I'll let you have it.
That's a new excuse.
I flawlessly counter Zayne's subsequent attacks and let him believe I made a careless mistake. Patiently, I set up a trap that spans the entire board. Finally.
I suppose I lost.
Yes, it's about time you did. I stand up, a resolve that doesn't falter is needed to defeat Zayne. Is it time for the Kindle moment? He once told me that for the sake of victory, one must sometimes sacrifice what matters the most. And what matters the most right now, MC, is Zayne! At long last, I've made up my mind. I'm determined to turn the tides of this war. This means I'm determined to sacrifice Zayne. No, that's not what it means, though! Sacrifice your title instead! Sacrifice someone else! The war between the Empire and the Stein Galaxy intensified. With Zayne leading the military, Halron's forces crumbled. We receive a report from the front lines. Halron has been captured alive and is being held in a border prison. Despite the trouble he's caused, Zayne and I have a strange unspoken agreement to never mention his name again. It's like Voldemort. 2 days later, the Valkyrie's repairs are complete. We set a course to return to the Empire. As we head back, I close my eyes and pretend to sleep, but my mind races. Zayne is always cautious. To ensure I deal a decisive strike, I need more evidence. Wace's testimony, the recovered data from the battleship, and Halron. So she's gonna contact him. Nothing would carry more weight than a confession from the leader of the Stein Galaxy. Nothing would carry more weight than Zayne's words. I can't afford to keep delaying things. I must see him in person. But you know what? We understand MC because, you know, she's different in this timeline. And it's an alternative universe. Gauging our distance to the border prison, I pull up the navigation system and change our destination. So of course she's not gonna trust him fully. She believes she will.
You've changed our course?
I'm going to interrogate Halron.
You can leave that to your subordinates. Our current priority is to return to the Empire so all the factions can see you're safe and sound.
I let out a cold laugh and my voice drips with sarcasm. She doesn't believe him. She thinks it's a trap. You don't want me to go. Are you afraid of what Halron might say? Suddenly, changing our course was a calculated move to catch Zayne off guard. Or that's what you think, MC. But he's been working against Halron. But you don't know it. Probably like that. And Zayne, a master in handling emergencies, is now uncharacteristically silent. I would be too, because you're working against us. You should address me as Your Majesty. After the Valkyrie lands at the border prison, I activate the battleship's internal comms and summon Zayne's personal guards. Secure the Valkyrie. Unless I give the order, Zayne cannot leave the battleship. No one is allowed to approach him. The guards freeze and look at Zayne, the Grand General they've always served. You didn't hear me? The air grows so cold that it feels solid. A moment passes before the guards slowly surround Zayne. If you fail, you shall share the burden of his guilt. I look at Zayne again. He shows neither anger nor panic. He doesn't even ask what crime I intend to charge him with. Charging him for being too hot. That's the only thing we can charge him with. But my decisions never required his approval. She's cold. But so many people must want her dead, so... I mean, I guess I understand. Halron is brought in, and there isn't a scratch on him. I suspect he surrendered to the Imperial soldiers with little to no resistance. You're a smart man, so I'll only ask this once. The smuggling of weapons between you and Zayne, with someone like him, honesty won't get you anywhere. I put extra stress on arms smuggling and watch Halron's reaction closely. I thought I entered Catch-22 right now. Did you approach Zayne first, or did Zayne contact you?
How did you find out?
I don't believe
He came to me, of course. Your Majesty's rewards weren't enough for him, so he decided to fill his own pockets.
Lies! I see. So you have no idea what the agreement was about. I deliberately substituted the coup with smuggling, and he didn't even notice.
Does it matter? Isn't it better to let a misunderstanding work in your favor? Your Majesty, you can order me to testify against Zayne. I am here to serve. I promise you won't regret it.
He's trying his best to persuade me, but I don't hear a word he's saying. If Halron knew nothing about an agreement, then where did the hidden document I found come from? Might have been placed there. Trembling like a leaf, Waze is cowering on the floor before me. There's not a single trace of the major he once was. Ah, he feels guilty.
The Grand General's treason. I don't know anything.
Seems like you know more than you're letting out. This is your own confession, yet you claim to know nothing? I don't have all day to play games with you. Or would you rather have a little chat with Zayne?
Wait, I'll talk!
Mentioning Zayne's name is enough to make him deflate like a punctured sack of flour. He tells me everything. Okay. Everyone knew that Fortress Number 1 was impregnable. No one could ever conquer it, and Weiss believed that too. So he postponed routine inspections and cut corners on security patrols. When he realized his negligence had created a fatal vulnerability in their defenses, Stein's forces had already broken through. In his panic, Weiss chose to defect to the Stein galaxy to save himself.
But in the end, the Grand General captured me and brought me back.
And the confession?
I didn't do it willingly, Your Majesty. On that day, visiting hours were over when someone approached my cell.
I tried to keep my breathing steady.
It was the Grand General. He forced me to accuse him of treason.
You can start preparing your statement now.
Grand General, you're joking, yes?
Several ice shards pin Weiss's prison uniform in place.
I understand.
Wow, this uniform looks...
You were my accomplice in betraying the Empire.
Are you playing make-believe?
ZAYNE gambled with the Imperial defenses. He ordered me to lose so Stein's forces could invade.
That's not heinous enough.
He promised he'd let me go, but he went back on his word and arrested me. Then he tortured me.
Continue.
ZAYNE also said that the Empress is unfit to rule the Empire. He'd inevitably kill her.
Excellent.
Grand General, if this confession falls into the Empress's hands, she could use it to get rid of you. The Empress controls the court, and the nobles who support you will flock to her side. Her authority will be absolute.
An Empress with absolute power. Is there anything wrong with that?
He wants her to have absolute power. My heart is pounding. I don't even remember how I made it out of the border prison. The young Empress needed a political opponent, a rival to keep her in check. If it wasn't ZAYNE, then it'd be one of the nobles who were watching her like a hawk. And it being ZAYNE, she'd always be protected. So it's strategic. I mean, we know ZAYNE would never do anything to hurt MC. In any timeline. ZAYNE was the person she knew and trusted the most. With him, she could sit securely on her throne. In time, the Empress began to demonstrate her ambition and talent. If ZAYNE remained, a civil war might break out. So there's only one solution. Once the giant was brought down, the Empress could rule over a unified empire. For a moment, I remembered a combat simulation aboard the Valkyrie. Did I actually defeat ZAYNE?
Your Majesty, an urgent military report has arrived.
The secretary hurries toward me, and I grab her arm. Immediately cancel the military tribunal for ZAYNE.
Your Majesty, it's too late. The military has already announced charges of treason against the Grand General to the public. The entire Empire knows the Grand General has betrayed the Empire. And you.
The evidence the military received, it could have only been provided by ZAYNE himself. He's always so noble with everything. He sacrificed his own reputation to give me the one gift I've always wanted. That's what I kept telling you! Ugh. The anger and frustration I've suppressed for so long burst like water surging through a broken dam. I storm onto the battleship. As soon as I'm through the hatch, I see the guards assigned to ZAYNE. They're nothing more than unmoving pillars of ice. I take a few steps and the hatch closes behind me. The battleship's engines roar to life. I don't care where it's going. I only want to find ZAYNE and demand an answer. It's because he loves you! Gosh darn it!
Coordinates confirmed.
It's time.
Returning to Allure.
Oh, he's so handsome, yo! Ah! Ooh. Let's go!
You're here?
Execute! Girl, chill! That's not what we wanna do! This girl is crazy! She's crazy right now. She needs a hug.
This spaceship will return to its home planet. But we can never go back to what we were.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, if you touch him, I swear. Oh, I wanna stay. Nah, I wanna stay like this. What do you mean attack? Attack him with a hug? Yes, I can do that. But I mean, we are exactly where we want to be, in his arms. And did you see the way he looked at her? Oh my gosh. Whoa!
I gave you that sword, and you wield it well.
Look at his face. Oh my gosh. Break free? I would never break free from him. He'd have to break free from me. Oh my god, look at look at his face, y'all. Oh, I'm so weak to beauty. So weak to beauty. Yes!
I've told you before, you must never show mercy to traitors.
No! Yeah, I wasn't. Oh my gosh, he looks so hot. Oh no, his hand! His hand! What did you do? Oh, but his face. I feel faint, you guys. I feel pain. Yeah. I have the sudden urge to just like devour him. Oh, what did you do? MC, how dare you? Now you have to nurse him back into hell. That looks like it hurts. What did you do? Bad girl. Oh. Oh, guys, I'm weak. Let's go!
Your Majesty, this is the price of mercy.
I like it!
Yes, the very betrayal I've committed. Consider it my final lesson. Congratulations, you've matured.
We want more lessons.
My
Oh my
Empress.
god! Oh my god, that was a freaking hot! Hot. And that nose kiss, are you kidding me? That was so cute! So adorable! News of ZAYNE's treason spread through the Empire overnight. The public's fury overwhelmed reason. In the ensuing outrage, military authority was smoothly transferred into my hands. I officially began my reign without the delicate balance of power ZAYNE had created. The Empire ran with exceptional efficiency, and the leeches who once tried to bargain with me could only bow their heads in submission. But ZAYNE's fate remained a thorn in my side. My position prevented me from publicly exonerating ZAYNE. It would appear as though I was acting on personal feelings, and it would destabilize the political situation I secured. With my tacit approval, two groups appeared before me. Can't we just marry him, you know? Noting the political situation, one faction did everything in their power to slander ZAYNE, diminish his accomplishments, and exaggerate his ambitions. I'ma have you all executed. The other argued fiercely on ZAYNE's behalf and begged me to restore his status and honor. I agree, very much. I agree with this side. After a heated public debate, I gave my verdict. ZAYNE would be confined to his home planet. He was forbidden from taking a single step outside of it. Unless it was into our bedroom, right? Right? Who said that? Who even... Why do I say things that come to my mind? Like, can I just filter it out sometimes? After a long day of tedious imperial affairs, I deftly open a window and board my private vessel when no one is watching. We're going to ZAYNE! We're going to ZAYNE! I use a familiar route to reach ZAYNE's home planet. It's late, but ZAYNE is still awake. He's living a life of leisure now. He spends his days reading, eating desserts, and making ice sculptures. He even found the time to write 142 treaties. on military strategy. When I find him, he's resting on a lounge chair. A neat row of small ice sculptures rests at his feet. Oh, I love the turtleneck. Ah! I know you're not asleep. Stop pretending. Just like we've pretended.
And what's your excuse for neglecting your duties this time, Your Majesty?
I wanted to see you. The tree in the palace has bloomed, you lazy man. And I wanted to see you in the turtleneck. Of course. This form-fitting turtleneck. I gently... I picked this up from under the tree. If you want to see what it looks like when it's in full bloom, you should return to the palace soon. As my husband. Y'all, how can you
So
not
you're
like
visiting
love
because
all five
of the
them?
flower?
Of course. I'm here for you, of course. No lies, no lies. With a huff, I give him a new verdict. Within 2 years, I'll find a way to revoke my previous sentence and restore your honor. But right now, you're my prisoner. And when I do, you'll be in charge of running the military academy. And become my husband, right? Instead of getting up, ZAYNE only settles deeper into his lounge chair. His smile never leaves his face. Did you hear me? 2 years is too long as it is. Stop grinning.
But I recall you saying you wanted me to smile more.
I lean down to
I
tease
only
him,
have
but
2
he pulls me
years
into
of peace and quiet left. I should make the most of it and rest while I can.
Yeah, because once you're with us, you cannot rest. Nestled in his embrace, I looked at the stars and remembered the first time I met ZAYNE. That night was exactly like this. Back then, it took me a significant amount of effort to track ZAYNE down. I flew my spaceship alone across half the galaxy and landed here.
Could it even be called a landing?
man.
Based on what I remember, it was more like a crash.
Crash
When you saw
landing.
me, your first words weren't a request for help. You demanded me to be your advisor and help you claim the throne.
Haha! And so you did. You refused and handed me an acceptance letter to the military academy. It was a test. And now I've approached him again for the same reason. I want him to rule the empire with me. I hold out my hand. What will you give me this time? ZAYNE places his palm over mine.
Myself.
Oh, that's the best gift ever! If I ever heard one. Anger once clouded their judgments, and power once consumed their reason. But now they're two lovers in space. On the path to reach the pinnacle of power, the Empress raised her sword only to gently lay it down. The Grand General, who was a single step away from the throne, turned and left. Two hearts that once burned for power soon trembled for love. Oh, he's such a cutie patootie. Excerpt from The Rise and Fall of the Cosmic Empire. And that was it! Although we have Oh, right. I need to go back to the Kindle because I need to see if we can not hurt our husband. Okay. And then we're gonna do the bad ending. And I hope the bad ending has nothing to do with hurting ZAYNE. I don't care if MC gets hurt.
This spaceship will return to its home planet, but we can never go back to what we were.
Oh, this is so wonderful. Oh. Yeah, the way I would faint in real life, I'd be like, oh. MC, some advice. Straddle him. Her moves are great, but his moves are greater.
I gave you that sword, and you wield it well.
Thank you. So freaking hot. Push him down and step on him. Whoa. I love this.
I've told you before, you must never show mercy to traitors.
Oh, but you aren't. Ah, it didn't work. Hey, it didn't work. What did I even do wrong?
I gave you that sword, and you wield it well.
Thank you. Once again, stepping on a man.
I've told you before, you must never show mercy to traitors.
I pulled to the side. It's the same. Checking his hand. Oh, how dare we! Oh. Okay, you guys. Time for the bad ending. The outcome wasn't any different. Or I missed. Whatever I did. Anyhow, let's go back to episode 1, where we pick the other decision. For, you know, the bad ending. Y'all, I swear. If MC does anything to ZAYNE, I'ma be very, very...
After the rebellion...
Let's go. Oh, I love this icon. Y'all, this uniform!
Your
I already
Majesty.
said it too many times, right? He looks so fine.
Perhaps it's...
I wonder if he will decide to wear it on his own.
The Empire.
In the cafe. What do you guys think? He usually has, you know,
the Lord of
black
Star Sector
outfit
number
with,
3 allowed his
the black
subordinates to invade a
sunglasses.
vassal planet, plunder its resources, and destroy its starships. Would that not
Well, this
constitute
isn't-
an abuse of power? Star Sector number
Maybe I
2 has been
should,
underreporting its tax revenue. If paid in full,
double
the arrears could cover the Empire's military budget for 5 years. Imperial law
her,
also
maybe?
states that the punishment for such a crime is exile. Smuggling. Since all of you hold the Imperial law in such high regard, let us abide by it. I presume there are no objections.
Don't change the subject, Zayne. We're talking about you seizing Imperial territory for yourself.
I would call it protecting Her Majesty's
You!
Wouldn't the...
It sounds so funny. Time to make a decision. Hold on. Execute everyone! I'm tired. How many times have I been caught in this vortex of power? I've lost count. The ceaseless political machinations are enough to bring down a mighty empire and erode its empress's ambitions. The insatiable greed of these people before me once again fills me with a weariness that has settled deep into my bones. And that's why she's like, behead everyone! You know, like the queen in Alice in Wonderland. I'm tired, master. I'm going to rest now. I haven't addressed him as such in a long time. Zayne looks taken aback, reminded of the days when he was my preceptor.
You've already made your choice. Is that right?
These might be the last words we ever say to each other! I don't answer him. I turn and walk out of the hall. Armed guards enter the council room as soon as I leave. They seal. The last person's dragged out is the court scribe, shuddering in fear but still dutifully taking notes. I give him a reminder. Nothing happened today. Ooh! Yo, she beginning to sound like a dictator. In the cosmic year 649, the Empress set a trap during a meeting and executed her political enemies. Only the Grand General managed to fight his way out. If that was not the case, Empress, I would have come into the game! In the following year, the Empress and the Grand General sent envoys to negotiate. An attempt for peace fell through after 2 hours, and the Empire was thrown into a civil war. It's said the council meeting in the cosmic year 649 was the last time Empress Schlachter and Grand General Zayne ever met face to face. Whether or not the Empress looked back at the Grand General as she departed is a detail lost to history. But that hasn't stopped generations from retelling their story. He was once her preceptor before becoming her ally. For 6 months they were monarch and subordinate. Then mortal enemies for the rest of their lives. They had once striven to avoid war, yet they were driven to the worst possible fate. Their names are forever stained in the annals of history. To this day, their supporters still argue over who's responsible. Was it the threat posed by the Grand General that deprived the Empress of her chance to be a benevolent ruler? Or was it the Empress's suspicions that forced the Grand General to rebel? Either way, Empress, you wrong. When faced with a greater prize, is love always the first to be sacrificed? It's a question no one can answer. What we can say for certain, however, is that on such a morning, to say nothing happened would be nothing short of lying. And that's what she did. She said, nothing happened here. Well, well, well. Y'all, she's been so conniving in all of these, but I think she's been like the most likable, most relatable one in Xavier's. She's been less manipulative and such. Anyhow, I really liked all of these cards. So, next upload will be the main story. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye!